The third thing, you're going to get a renewal of purpose. Stay connected to world events. Man, you got to know what's going on. If God's going to use you to have a purpose in this world, you've got to know what's happening in the world. I love this because Paul eventually, I said this before, became a world changer because God pushed him to focus on more than his little world. You and I and the church cannot help change the world when our only focus is on our little world. Our only focus is on me, myself, and I. I call that the unholy trinity, me, myself, and I. If your only focus is me, myself, and I, and your little corner, and your little group, and your race, and your gender, God can never use you to fulfill his purpose in the world because the only thing you're concerned about is your little world. Paul, who had a zeal and a passion, God says, I love your passion, I love your zeal. Here's what I'm going to do, boy, because you're out there, you're getting it. I'm going to turn you loose. And did you realize that Paul, while the other disciples hung out in Jerusalem for 15 years after Jesus told them to make disciples, Paul came along and said, y'all stay in Jerusalem, I'm taking everything else. He went out there and helped change the world. Did you realize that you don't even realize that part of the reason why you even know who Jesus is in a place that's thousands of miles away from when that stuff happened, thousands of years from the time that it originally happened? You know why you don't even know who Jesus is? Because God flipped Paul upside down and made him a world changer because he got him to stop focusing on his little corner and to see things from God's perspective. You got to be able to know what's going on in the world. Paul eventually became a world changer because God pushed him to focus on more than his world. Let me say this. This is the reason why so many people have a problem with the church, because when they are voicing their experience and it's different from yours, the church has gotten it wrong because we dismiss it because it's not something I've experienced. Just because you haven't experienced it in your little world doesn't mean it's not a reality for somebody else. Get out of your bubble, get out of your box, talk to people who are different from you, and learn what they've experienced. Because God cannot use us to change the world if our only focus is my world.